everybody, my name is Mrs. Connolly. Welcome to Back to School Night. This is digital art and graphic design class. I'm standing here in my class. As you can see, this is pretty much what it looks like every day. I do come in here and teach a lot, and so I thought it'd be a perfect spot to do Back to School Night. What I plan on doing today is showing you, I know this is a different type of back to school because it's not interactive, but I do want to show you in this video, I've heard a lot of questions from parents, not just about what we do in class, but also what is school like now that you're learning from home. So I'm not only going to show you tonight what the expectations are for class and what class is like, but I want to show you what it's like from my side and what teaching is like in this whole virtual world now. So we're going to get started. I thought what you might like to see is a little short video that my students made in the past that kind of explains what digital art is supposed to be like. Let's check this out.
AV Digital Arts is a class designed to teach students the fundamentals of graphic design and digital arts. Students are able to work with professional design programs like Adobe Illustrator, InDesign, and Photoshop.
My favorite thing about digital art is being able to learn about the different programs like InDesign and Illustrator and to play around with the different tools and effects.
What I like most about digital art is the idea in which you can kind of decompress away from like generic school, like which we experience, and then also I enjoy like the idea where I'm not that good at drawing, but I can still express my artistic side.
Take your skills in the 21st century. Sign up for digital arts today.
Okay, now that you've seen what digital art is supposed to be like, let me show you what it's actually like when I'm teaching, okay? So in digital art and graphic design class, it's very similar than my other classes. Whether I am at home or whether I am at school, this is the setup that I have. You can see here, there's a lot of tech going on, so thank goodness I am the media arts teacher. But I have a computer where I'm teaching out of, I have a TV screen where, you know, I'm able to see all of my students, and then I have another computer on the side because let me tell you, we have tech glitches all the time. And when you have tech glitches, you've got to be quick on your feet and you've got to be able to think about, okay, what do I do? Kids are getting booted off. This link isn't working, this isn't working. So this is what it looks like when I'm actually teaching. And it is a little crazy, but it is something that's really necessary. Our students don't have to show their faces. It's nice for me when they do because I'm able to check for understanding and do that. But you know, I have lots of other ways. I ask students to respond to me in chats. There's thumbs up that they can use. There's all different kinds of ways that I can tell that kids are actually online and learning or not online and not paying attention. So it's really important for me as a teacher to make sure that students are engaged because this is a tough time right now. And I want to make sure that we're doing the best we can given the circumstances we're in. So let me now walk through how we do things here in digital art. I'm a teacher. I don't use Google Classroom very much, only because I use a website instead. And I had a lot of feedback from students that when I was using Google Classroom, we have so many different tutorials and assignments and other things like that, that students were telling me they just felt completely overwhelmed by all the emails that came out, by all the stuff. They couldn't tell what was a tutorial to watch, what was an assignment to do. So I continue to use my school website. My Google Classroom, I do have one, but it links to the website. I only use Google Classroom for, you know, occasional announcements. I do email students regularly. You can see here on my website that I actually have all of the assignments listed. In addition, every presentation that I give is on Google Slides. Those Google Slides are accessible by students every week. So you can see here on the website, there's also a spot where I include important information, class expectations, the welcome letter, but I also include tutorials. This website is going to become more and more robust as the year goes along. But the students will always have access to everything we've done. And that's going to be really important, because as we begin to work with more technology and other things like that, it's really important that our students have the ability to access old tutorials, to access all different kinds of other apps and sites and everything else that we're going to use. Okay, now I'd like to walk you through some of the regular slides from back to school night that I've done in the past, so you learn a little bit more about the class.
Okay, so let's just go over a couple slides as we move through here. First is housekeeping stuff. Hopefully all of the students and parents in the class read the welcome letter. This is really important, and that you all read the class expectations as well. I'm going to ask the students tomorrow if they can let me know if everybody read it, and they're going to have to sign something that said they read it. Next, students often ask and parents ask, okay, what is digital art? And a lot of people think, well, you take art, you put it on the computer, and that's digital art. But that's not what we study in our class. In our class, the kids learn quickly that the computer is no substitute for poor design. We will learn all of the different elements of graphic design, from contrast to repetition to alignment to proximity to color to scale to texture to shape to line. We will learn so much in our graphic design class, and it's going to be a lot of fun, because this is the one class I believe where kids learn so many marketable skills that they'll be able to use in the future. So what do I expect from the kids? I expect them to be on time. I expect them to participate in class. I expect them to get their work done, and more importantly, to ask for help. I run class for the entire 70 minutes, so even if the students are off working for a 30-40 minute stretch on a project, I'm still there. They can come in, they can ask me questions, they can chat with me through the chat, anything they want, I'm there. And we take attendance at the beginning and end of class. But I also expect the students to have fun. This is digital art class. This is something I am very passionate about and I love doing. So I love when students just really enjoy being in class. So how does class and grading work? Well, let's see. All of my grades are done on a point system. All of the major projects have rubrics, but the small daily assignments, some of the little assignments we do, they're just point-based. Participation does matter. Even if I can't see kids because they're choosing not to share their screen, they still have to show me that they are actively participating in class. So following instructions, participating. Okay, during class time, what are we doing during class time? We're doing lessons, we're doing group work, we're doing projects, all different kinds of things like that. Attendance is mandatory and roll is taken at the beginning and at the end of class. But then don't forget, they have their individual learning time. That's usually from 1 to 3 every day. That's the time when I'll give them tutorial videos to watch. Maybe they'll read articles about color or different new trends in graphic design, and then they'll work on their assignments as well. So what do the kids need to be successful? Well, they need to have a notebook. It is really important that students take notes in our class whenever they're having class instruction days, because they just need to make sure there's so much that we cover in our class, they'll never remember all of it. So taking notes is important. So that's why they need something to write with too. They need their school Gmail, because that's how you access everything on my website. In addition, they need headphones, and headphones are important because they need them so that they can listen to the tutorials. And then they just need a good attitude, because again, these should be fun assignments.
So I hope you enjoyed this presentation. If you need to reach me, in my welcome letter, you can find my email address. All of my students have my phone number. They are allowed to text me as well. I think that's really important right now, that my students are able to get a hold of me right away, because if there's a problem, they need help, and I don't want any of my students stressing out. So they have my phone number, they have my email address. You are welcome to email me information. Please go to our website regularly, because you will find that you can click on most of our assignments. You can see if your son or daughter has submitted their work. And that should be it. So if you have any questions or anything else, please feel free to contact me. I hope you enjoyed this back to school night video, and hopefully things will get better and we will all be back in the classroom soon. Okay, talk soon.